Morning. We're starting off a window of dry weather and we're starting it off sleep deprived. We gotta spend the wee hours of the night at Children's Hospital. Thought Dax had sliced his eyeball, but luckily he's fine. Just everybody's a little sleepy this morning. So Dad is planting beans right now. I'm going to hook up the tender and I'm going to hook up the land roller. We're gonna get started land rolling for the first time, so that'll be exciting. But that's kind of the plan. BJ's doing some tillage in the bottoms. Really hoping to make a huge dent in beans and wrap up corn in this dry spell. That's the plan. There's the roller. So we were running this on the 8400. I hope the air conditioner works good in that thing today because it's supposed to be 88 degrees. Getting a little steamy. We'll get the 84 out, back it over there and get it hooked up. Now this is going to be a catastrophe. This tractor doesn't have auto steer. I know. I want to steer by hand like it's 1996. Check the fuel. Old 8400. You don't run it into the quarter zone. It's been known to lie to us. So this will be our first experience with a roller. I don't even know how to unfold this thing, but I think I can figure it out. Well, folks, I didn't get it on camera, but we took a hydraulic bath. These lines had some pressure on them, and I depressurized them, and probably ruined my shirt in the process. Good news is I got the pressure off of them, and now they hook up a lot easier. Okay, we are unfolded, and it works. Now I just gotta go take Dad some beans, and then we'll do some land rolling today. Now at some point I'll probably do some bean planting or relieve Dad later this evening, but really anxious to try this out. This is a good field to do it. One of the fields was very heavily tilled, so good opportunity. And the farm that we're going to had some flood damage, so there's some extra residue in one of the other fields. I'm curious to see if that'll help get us some good seed to soil contact. So yeah, I think it'll be pretty cool. Plus, right now, the fields that I have left to plant corn into are too wet. So right now, we are heading over to the seed bin to get some beans in this tender. Mrs. Brown is bringing me some sandwiches to bring to everybody, so I'm gonna drop off BJ's sandwich on the way, take Dad's seed, drop him off a sandwich, and then we'll hop in the land roller. I guess today we're being the gopher. It's supposed to be what Chet feels like. You wanted hot dogs and roasting sticks, right? You want to tell everybody what happened to your eye?
Sure. I was driving my razor and a piece of grass hit my eye.
Did it hurt?
Yes.
Does it hurt now?
No.
Okay. You got spaghetti on your face. Dax is gonna ride with Pappy for a little bit because the old 8400 does not have a buddy seat. All right, let's go roll. That was the last corn we planted about a week ago. It's out of the ground, looking good. So this is ground that was ran with the Sulfur Enforcer and then VT'd with our accelerators. So very loose, very fluffy. I think this roller will make a big difference here. So this is a 40-foot roller. It's not that they take a lot of horsepower, they just take a lot of weight, I guess. Like I said, it's my first experience, and really I don't know of any other in Southern Ohio running a roller right now. So, don't know much about them, but I hear you need a lot of weight because I think this weighs like 20,000 pounds if I'm not mistaken. So Like that little 5S Massey tractor, not enough tractor, probably enough horsepower, 145 horse, but that tractor only weighs like 12,000 pounds, so it probably wouldn't work too well. This feels very weird, very strange. So I don't have guidance in this tractor at all, but I can see the tire tracks from the planter tractor, so I skipped over 40 feet onto another planter line, and we'll see if it makes much difference on emergence as far as which of these come up first. You have a little bit of wheat pressure in here, that's kind of surprising. But anyways, I am curious to see how that how this affects the emergence of these soybeans. So let's take a look and see how it looks behind this thing. I want to see how firm the ground is, how the seed, how the planting furrows look. There's before. Well, we're in the headlands here. Let's go over here. Let's go over here to the side by side. Definitely looks different. So there's the pass. Here we got fluffy, loose dirt. There's the bean. So it seems like it's making maybe a little bit deeper. So Dad shallowed up the planter a little bit in other fields, so hopefully they come out of the ground okay. I'm a little nervous about this, I'm not gonna lie. I do like how smooth that is. It's gonna be really nice to run the head across when we harvest these beans. There's gonna be no high spots. We should be able to get the cutter bar lower to the ground because of that. Versus over here, we have quite a bit of ridges. And that's just from the downforce on the planter, versus over here, very, very minimal. We'll see. I've always wanted to try one of these. So now this is a demo from Mandako. So thanks to you guys, we got the opportunity to try this out. Thanks to you guys watching the video. So thank you for that. If you would do me a favor and thumbs up the video. Yeah, we'll get back to it. It is kind of refreshing not having to watch any monitors. I'm not gonna pretend it isn't. Now that said, it does make it harder to hold a camera. Well, there's the first 40 acres down. So this field has just been vertical tilled, that's it. And very lightly vertical tilled, basically just sizing residue. Now it has been planted, but I can barely see where I'm going. It's hard to really tell where I've been. In this tractor at night, I will not be able to go because I will not be able to see that at all. 8400 is a great tractor, but it has not the greatest headlights. Yeah, there's Dad. He must be done planting. Right there it is. Right there. I did do the ends last.
Oh, you done it?
We met his approval. I think it's time to check the air pressure back here. That thing has a hub meter on it. We've drove 16 miles so far. That's on 70 acres. We've rolled 70 acres now. So the way this thing folds up to me is slightly confusing. I'm still getting the hang of it. I don't think it'll be that much of an issue after a while, but basically you raise it up, those wheels on the end, they pick up, and then you flip this other valve and that turns them. And now to fold, we just pull up. To unfold, you got to back up though. Been kind of struggling getting my locks in place though, but I think that's just me still getting the hang of it. The old AC in this baby, she ain't keeping up the greatest. It's getting a little spicy, It's not terrible. I'm just definitely not cold, I can tell you that. about this land roller, really got to watch that I don't get it bouncing. I can get that wing out there bouncing, and then we're making divots, and we don't want to do that because then we'll have speed bumps or washboards, however you want to call them, to the field. So certain spots in this field are rougher than others for some reason. Right here we're only going 6.5 miles an hour. Them fields up there we were going quite a bit faster, and it wasn't a problem. But I'm bouncing if I go much faster than this one. That's what Dad ended up pushing off of the field with the bulldozer and skid steer. When this flooded there a few weeks ago, this is one of the fields that flooded pretty bad, it pushed all those stalks into one mat, basically right back there. And they were so thick that you really couldn't till through them. Really the only option was to burn them or push them off. And we went with the pushing option this time. So it may be hard to tell on the camera, but the ground is just really flat and smoothed off behind that roller. I mean, that's where all the ground's been run. I'm really excited to try harvesting in this fall. I can definitely see where it will make harvesting a lot better experience as far as dragging up with the head, picking up rocks, that kind of stuff. So yeah, pretty excited about that. So just got to the next field. Dad planted this one about an hour ago, so we pretty well caught him. I gave him about an 80-acre head start on me. I'll go back here and flip my safety valves, and we'll get unfolded, or hydraulic locks, whatever you want to call them. So to unfold, we basically just back up after we turn our wheels there. After we do that, the next step is to lower the roller. Those wheels on the end will rise up now, and we're ready to go. I get asked a lot how many hours are on this tractor. 3,309. I haven't spent this much time in this old girl since we used to plant wheat with it. So I planted wheat with this tractor for probably 6 years or better. 3 years, 4 years, something like that. This was always hooked to the wheat drill. So when I started planting after I got out of school, I planted the wheat, and this was the tractor I used. And if I do recall right, the headlights are garbage, and we're not going to be able to see much here soon, especially in the dust. Ooh, about hit the neighbor's mailbox. I think that roller would do a number on it. Oh yeah. We are not lighting much up. Oddly enough, when Dad got this tractor, I'm sure he thought that it had the brightest lights in the world. So this was actually my uncle's tractor, but my uncle and my dad both got matching 8400s within 6 months of each other, I think. Before that, Dad had a 84 or 8300 for a year, and then he bought the 84. But before that, it was a 4430. And I would say this is probably a better lighting package. Well, folks, first day in the roller, I think, was a success. We are going to drive this thing over to the barn and park it for the night, get us a little bit of extra sleep, and then we're going to hit her hard tomorrow planting. We still have like 800 acres of beans, 900 acres of beans, something like that, and 260 acres of corn. I think that's our totals. So really want to knock those out while we can. So there's not going to be not going to be a lot of sleep in the coming days. But thanks for watching, everybody. If you would, do me a favor, thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and we'll see you in the next one.